And Agura just tapped out on turn 3 to compulsive research.
Right.
He's going to find himself pretty low very quickly.
Yeah, he also mulliganed to start the match. So double mulligan. 5 cards to work with. A Boros deck breathing down his neck with those kitty cats. And looks like a Rift Bolt for 3, dropping Ogura to 9.
That's one of the tricks here.
Love ships the turn.
You have to cast your spells while your opponent's tapped out. You don't want to risk any tempo. A Signet.
Oh, Signet, no 4th land. Does Ogura have the Wrath? Does he live long enough for us to find out?
The Wrath? I mean, he'll be dead tapping out for Wrath. I mean, more than likely.
Lion and a Lion. Well, it's got 2 Savannah Lions and an opponent down to 5. It's right where the Boros deck wants him. Ships the turn. Ryu untaps. What's he got?
The Wrath here if he has it, but
yeah. I see a Signet and he ships. Wow. Ryu Ogura not looking good. He's got Mana Leak, Triskelivis. I think I saw another Signet.
Looks like a Spell Burst.
And Teferi. I mean, Teferi, in theory, can beat up a Savannah Lion, but it's not going to be in time. So Nick goes for a Lightning Helix, runs it into a Mana Leak, untaps. If he's got a burn spell, it's over. I guess Spell Snare, in theory, can counter one.
Yeah, you really
want the Lions drop him to 1. He wants a non-2 mana burn spell,
Rift Bolt
ideally.
or a Char here.
Must not have it. He would have pointed it by now.
Oh, he might be thinking. Yeah. Thinking about the 2 mana spell, probably.
I mean, the Lions alone may get the job done. It's not clear. Ryu doesn't have an answer.
The Knight of the Holy Nimbus.
Yeah, I think Nick's trying to play around Faith's Fetters. Pretty reasonable. Adds a Solitary Priest to the board.
There's 2 Faith's Fetters in Ogura's main deck.
And Ogura scoops him up.
Wow,
no Wrath of God, no Face Fetters, and very blisteringly fast. Game 1 to Nick Levette. The little Boros deck that could. 7-0 and counting for Nick Levette. I believe he's now 11-0-2 on the weekend in Constructed.
He ran the table in Standard. Won 4 matches, and then picked up a couple draws, I guess, to close out his tournament in the Swiss. So he's really making a case for himself as an exciting new Constructed player.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go down to John Becker and check on the other match that's going on, which is actually the quarterfinal match between Gabriel Nassif and Tiago Chan. Tiago Chan leads that 2-1, which is a huge upset. Nassif was expected to sweep this. 2 very slow control decks, though, and Tiago Chan has really acquitted himself well. He's finding ways to win, and that quarterfinal marathon drags on. What's up in Game 4, John?
Well, we started a little bit ago. Nassif mulligan down to 6, and Tiago's back on the Annex plan, but Nassif has a Muse Vessel working, picking apart at Tiago's hand. They're right now looking at a ruling on Muse Vessel and remand. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'll let you know as soon as I do.
All right.
The ruling is probably if you cast the spell off of Muse Vessel and it gets remanded, whose hand does what happens to that spell? I think the answer is it goes back to its owner's hand.
Yeah, it's not there's a meta rule in Magic that you can't have your opponent's cards in your hand.
Right.
Okay, the question was, if he uses the ability of the Muse Vessel to allow him to play the remand, but chooses not to play the remand, can he later reuse the Muse Vessel to play the remand? And the answer is yes, you can. You need not to play the spell. You're only able to play the spell.
Fascinating. So it pays the mana to activate the Muse Vessel to sort of threaten the remand.
Right.
He's pulling mana out of a land that was being annexed by Tiago.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Not even
so what's the board state look like down there, John?
We have only Urzatron pieces sitting on the sea side of the board with a Muse Vessel, Dragon, Demon Fire, and Remand removed from the game. Tiago has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 land, including 2 annexed lands and a Signet.
So no damage sources on either side, but Tiago's annexing lands. Gabe is building up.
And the Nassif is down to two Urza's pieces.
And Tiago Chan just keeps busting up Gabe's Urzatron with his annexes. Pretty clever sideboard plan.
So speaking of sideboard plans, what do we think Ogura is going to do here? From his sideboard, I see a 4th Wrath of God that probably is going to come in. 3rd Faith's Fetters. Does he bring in the 2 Spell Snares and a Remove Soul as well?
Sounds reasonable.
More than likely, probably takes out Teferi.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem terribly exciting. He also has 2 Cop Reds that he's going to want in his deck. Probably takes out Mystical Teachings, and probably takes out 2 Tidings. Let's take a look at what we could see from Lovett. Again, Ronom Unicorn seems like an excellent choice for him.
Yeah, I would get the Wildfire Emissaries out.
Get the Wildfire Emissaries out. He's got 2 Chiroclasms and 4 Stone Rains. I imagine he's going to try to get. All of those cards in. Possibly take out Icatian Javelineers and Wildfire Emissaries. So he'll have 3 answers in his deck to a COP Red. COP Red won't be.
So Mizgy T has a pretty good point in the forums talking about the Mahara. Was it a mistake? Was it a mistake? I didn't get a really good look at Mahara's hand before the crucial turn started. Mizgy believes that there was no Dragonstorm, that he actually had to cast the Sleight of Hand because he was still digging for the Dragonstorm he needed.
Oh, that wasn't the mistake.
Right, casting the ritual.
Casting the ritual and not having the other ritual.
The thing is, though, if Mizgy is right and the Dragonstorm was not there, then Mahara actually made all the right plays. Maybe
sure. We're not saying the mistake was thinking he had 9 mana at the end of that sequence when he starts with the Rite of Flame.
Yeah, I think he miscounted when he went for it, but he was going to have to hit the 2-outer to have a chance anyway.
Absolutely.
That is, assuming the Dragonstorm was not there before the Sleight.
Right.
John Becker on the floor says he thought the Dragonstorm was already there.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll have the archives. You guys can go back and look at it, and I'm sure there's probably a shot of Mahara's hand to find out.
Right. I don't
how
think
bad the mistake was.
I wasn't even questioning whether or not the Sleight was the mistake. I think
he was just casting the ritual.
I think
and
it was right. It's the idea of ritual.
Yeah, but there's a difference between miscounting your mana and thinking you've got it when in fact you need more.
It's certainly a much worse mistake.
Throwing it away by trying to get 1 extra storm.
It's a much worse mistake. Yeah, absolutely.
The Japanese have more style than the rest of the entire Pro Tour combined, says Dr. Sung. I'm a stylist, I know. The scarf is awesome. I did like Katsu's scarf.
I do.
He was clearly the best dressed member of this top 8.
He should certainly market that scarf. He should sell branded Katsumori scarves.
I like it. Tsuyoshi Fujita was wearing a scarf when he made his first top 8.
Yes.
There's a guy who's still playing. I mean, Tsuyoshi put up 9th place, 10th place? I know it was top 16 somewhere. Tsuyoshi, he was close. 1 point off the top 8. I believe he finished 10th.
I've got the standings right here, and Tsuyoshi Fujita, 10th.
Wow.
And that's a virtual top 8. You know what we like. Oh no, it's not.
He's a point off.
It's a point off. So Shaheen Surani, that was.
Yeah, he was the one who the virtual top 8 missed on tiebreakers.
Mike Flores and I have been talking about Surani for the last couple of years.
He's been an East Coast PTQ player.
He's one of our favorite Magic players. He always seems to win extended.
With blue-white control.
Blue-white control with rewind. I'm sure both Mike and I have talked about him in this very booth.
Yep.
Numerous times. It was so exciting to see him have a big breakout event. He came within tiebreakers of making the top 8.
Yeah, he took the gamble. He took a draw in the last round, believing it gave him about a 75% chance at top 8. He didn't like his matchup, and he knew that if one result went his way, then the tiebreakers didn't matter. And then even if it was Ogura who was paired down, even if Ogura won, then he could still win the tiebreakers. It was effectively a tie on tiebreakers going into the last round, so a coin flip there.
But by the way, I mean, look at 14th place in the standings.
Raphael Levy.
The clear highest finish by any Hall of Famer in the 2 years now of in the 2 classes of the Hall of Fame.
Very impressive. Levy is another guy from France. Really felt like this Worlds was a very important tournament. This is one where he really wanted to do well at this particular tournament.
14th place is a tremendous.
Yeah, great. And you know what? It's actually perfect for Raphael's career, right? It's fitting that he got 14th place. He didn't get the top 8. He never gets the top 8. He just quietly, consistently puts up high money finish for 40, 50, 60 Pro Tours.
We can lean over and see him in the next booth.
Yeah, he's doing the commentary in French.
Although he might have to leave and go play in the top 8 of the Two-Headed Giant.
Nicholas Levette leads with a Savannah Lion and a Knight of the Holy Nimbus. Ryo Ogura has played a Signet, setting up. Was this another? Oh, Nick had.